Fly, fly.
Hey, what's going on, you all? I'm Brandon. I'm a guy who flies. Welcome back to another video on my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Today, I got tagged in a flight attendant tag from a coworker of mine, Cassondra Anita. Link her channel down below. But she tagged me into this, sent me questions, and so I am going to be answering some of these questions for you all today. I'm going to get to the questions that I am going to be answering. Okay, so here we go. In regards to luggage, are you a pusher or a puller? I am both. So my rollerboard that I use for my multi-day trips is a spinner, so I push it. However, my smaller rollerboard that I call my turn bag, I pull that one, so it's only two wheels. So I am a pusher and a puller. 2, are you currently flying during COVID? Yes, I chose not to take either of the leave options that were offered by my company, and instead I have decided that I am going to fly during COVID. Now granted, it's been more like getting paid to sit at home because I didn't really fly in April and I don't want to fly much in May. 3, what is or was your worst experience with turbulence? Oh my gosh, I will never forget it. So I was maybe 1 month out on the line working, and I was working a turn to Spokane, Washington, and we hit this horrendous air pocket. And it was so we were cruising, we were about to getting ready, setting up the galley and stuff for service, and we hit a pocket, and then they called from the flight deck immediately and was like, hey, we need you all to sit down right now. And before they flight attendant who answered the interphone, before she could hang up and let us know, the plane just dropped. I fell to the floor. I was standing kind of in the galley, kind of by row 1, and I fell. It was real intense, but I will never forget. That's been my worst experience with turbulence, and I've gone through a lot of turbulence as a flight attendant, but also prior to becoming a flight attendant. But I think that one, I consider that my worst experience because it was just unknown. We didn't know that it was coming up, and although they tried to give us warning, it just happened too fast. Favorite in-flight snack? Cheese and pepperoni, hands down. For those of you who have been following me on my channel, sometimes I show you a peek in my lunch tote. There's always cheese and pepperoni in there, or pretzels and hummus, or apples and peanut butter. Those 3 are my go-to in-flight snack. What is one destination you'd like to add to the route map ASAP? So my airline is a primarily U.S. domestic carrier, and we are near international, so we fly to the Caribbean, to Mexico, to Canada, and we're starting flights to Central America soon. I would love for us to bring back Costa Rica. I want Costa Rica added back ASAP. I have a love for Costa Rica. I want to live in Costa Rica one day. I would love for Costa Rica to be added to our route map tomorrow. Has a passenger ever asked for your number? Yes. Number, what's your IG, on Snapchat, all of the above. Yes. Has a passenger ever gotten my number or my Snapchat or my IG? Next question. What's one essential item you would turn around to get if you left it in a hotel room? So obviously our required duty items that we need to have to work. But I would say the other 2 things outside of that, this cell phone and that vlogging camera. The flight delay. If this vlogging camera is left in that hotel, I'm going back. Flight delay, I'll take the points. I'm sorry, but this cell phone and this vlogging camera, we're going back. Name a celebrity you would stand for if you saw them in the airport. So I'm not someone who gets super starstruck. And I say that, but one time I was on vacation in St. Kitts, and I ended up going on stage and singing and dancing with Patti LaBelle, and that was super surreal. But I would say in the airport, James Jackson, hands down. You want to see me get all the way out of character, drop the bags, drop everything. If I'm vlogging, drop the camera, Janet Jackson. She can. Yeah. About how many times have you been random? Oh my gosh. So we go through a different security line than most passengers as crew members. And sometimes you don't get to just pass right through. You're selected for random screening and you have to go through regular security and have your bag scanned and all that stuff. I have probably been random 20 or 30 times in the 8 months that I have been flying. Like at least once or twice a month. The longest I went was like 6 weeks without getting random, and I was like, every time I would beep, it'd be like clear, and I'd be like, oh, okay. But like, yeah. However, the other type of random on the plane, you know, for the this or the that, I've never been random for a drug alcohol screening, and I don't ever tell that to anyone. So congratulations to you all, because most of my crew members don't know that, because a lot of people get really jealous when they find out that like they've been random twice in the year they've been here, and I've been here for almost a year and have never gotten random. And now I say that, and like Cassondra, I'm thinking, probably the next time I fly, I'm probably gonna end up getting random. How long do you foresee yourself being a flight attendant? Forever. So I will never give up these benefits. Let's just say that. So I don't know, like I love being a flight attendant. I absolutely enjoy our job. And I don't know if I'll foresee myself being an actual flight attendant on the line forever. I might transition and do some things with either recruitment and hiring, or especially in the training department, because I do have a background in education, and I do work as a professional development consultant. So I do trainings and things and workshops. I won't say that I will be a flight attendant on the line forever, but I will be near aviation forever, because these benefits, baby, we're keeping these benefits. So, which airline globally do you think has the best uniform? Oh, hands down, in my opinion, Virgin Atlantic. I love the crispness of that red. Like, it is so polished. And then the gray on the guys is fly. So fly. I love, love, love Virgin's uniforms. Whenever I see them, especially in New York, I'm just like, damn. Let me tighten up my little, white shirt, my little cyan tie, because they be on it. Next one, funniest passenger moment. So, things that passengers say. There are legitimately some funny people out here in the world, and sometimes passengers will say little things and the joke will land, and other times they say stuff it's just real cringeworthy, or it's just no, not today. I love talking with passengers. I'm an extrovert, and so I can put me in a crowd anywhere and I will figure out something for us to talk about. I like funny passengers. Favorite layover meal? Oh, nachos, easy. I am a nacho connoisseur. I want to have tasted every nacho variant type of nachos out in the world. You can put me in the middle of Arkansas and I'm gonna ask the people y'all got a nacho that's famous around here, a bison nacho or something like that. I always wanna know, whenever I go somewhere new, do they have a type of nacho that is specific to that area? And then two, I want to try it. I love nachos. Go with nachos. Oh, last one. Any advice for future flight attendants? So I will say my advice for future flight attendants, I wouldn't normally say do your research, but everyone says do your research. But I'm gonna add on the token of understand what it means to be the brand, to be living the brand. When you put on that uniform, from the time you get out of your car or dropped off at the airport to start your shift, walking through the airport, through the terminal, to your crew room, wherever you're going, to your gate, you are living the brand, and you are always on display. Literally, I've been based a lot of places. I've been based in Denver, I was based in Philly, now based in Miami, and I will say that there were times where I had finished working, or I was in an airport on a layover in Nashville. I don't know anything about Nashville, and someone will walk up to you and they will be like, hey, can you tell me where do I go for lost luggage? And I'm like, girl, I don't know. I don't live here. I don't work here. I am just passing through. But people will stop and ask you the craziest of things, whether it is your airline's hub, whether it is one of your airline's bases. They just see you in uniform and they ask you a question. They will ask you what gates other airlines operate out of, and you're living the brand, so your reaction to that person is going to be imprinted in their interpretation of your company. No matter what you're going through, when you put on that uniform, you are the brand. You are an extension of your company, and you have to be prepared to act accordingly. Okay, so the last question. That was the last question. So now I need to tag some other flight attendants to hop on and do this. Some flight attendant YouTubers. I am going to tag Deanne Ford, Traveling Gun, Ray in the Sky, Jet Setter, and Ascending with Cindy. So I am tagging you 5 to consider doing this flight attendant tag on your channels. Thank you all for watching. Again, I'm Brandon. I'm a guy who flies. Check out the content on the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. Hit that notification bell so that you can get reminded every time I post new content. And I will see you all the next time. Peace.